back with the second episode of the WR podcast. I'm Joey.
I'm Pops.
I'm Tommy.
Yeah, it's about time you charm in there.
Well, you go first. Those geezers go first.
Okay, well, I am gonna have to do it.
I was wondering which one of you guys is going to go first.
Well, hell, I seen he wasn't standing there like a statue.
But
Damn, them birds coming there and land on him.
Of course, right when we start recording, the fucking train goes by. No shock there.
Well, you know that's a part of it here. It's Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Roll Tide to go through, you son of a bitch.
But nonetheless, we're back with our second episode of the WR podcast. Today, guys, we're just gonna go ahead and do some. We're just gonna talk about some current stuff going on in wrestling today, some wrestling news, as well as other things that are happening in wrestling right now, and we're gonna be answering your guys' questions that you guys sent in through our YouTube channel, Wrestling Rampage. We're going to be doing 5 questions with WR, and this time, guys, it is 5 questions. By the way, I know our first podcast was only 3 because we didn't have enough questions.
Well, before we get started on the on this edition of the WR podcast, episode 2.
Yes.
There's one thing we need to do here.
Yeah. What is that?
Come on, subscribers, get us to the 3,000 mark.
Yes.
If you want the giveaway, because people have been asking when's the giveaway when we hit 3,000. How many times we got to tell you?
That's true.
You got to get to 3,000. If we don't get to 3,000, we can't do the giveaway. And let me tell you, this is probably going to be the biggest giveaway we ever done.
Oh, listen, no question about it. Tommy's right. It's going to be the biggest giveaway that we ever gave away. And listen, but those that don't get us there, you ain't getting shit. So you know to get there, you're going to have to help us out.
No doubt. Actually, that actually brings up a good point. Also, other than 5 questions, also what we're going to be talking about on this episode on this show as well is we are going to discuss some of our favorite. It is Christmas. By the time that you guys, about Christmas. By the time you guys hear this, we're going to be talking about Christmas. We're going to be talking about some Christmas memories as well as some of our favorite gifts. But Tommy, that does bring up a point. Yes, guys, we do have a 3,000 subscriber giveaway. We're about 300 away. Get us to 3,000 subscribers because, guys, I want to give this stuff away that's in this blue tote over here. And it's already good to go. It's already ready. All we got to do is give it away once we hit 3,000. And also, we should mention that I forgot to mention on the first episode because I'm a dumbass. But available now exclusively on the Awesome 4K YouTube channel is the Best of Tommy Volume 7, as well as the Best of Pops Volume 5. You guys can go check that out exclusively on the Awesome 4K YouTube channel.
You said it wrong. 5.
And we did watch it, and we enjoyed it.
Yeah, we did. It was really awesome.
Pops, what'd you think?
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Pops, what'd you think?
I think it was great. A lot of things, but there's some funny stuff in there.
No doubt. All right, guys, let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get started on some of the topics that we're gonna talk about when it comes to the wrestling news or the dirty sheets, as they say.
The dirty sheets.
the dirty sheets.
Are we allowed to do the dirty sheets? I thought that was Meltzer's thing.
Well, we're not subscribed, and we'll never be subscribed to fucking Dave Meltzer's fucking shitty fucking newsletter.
What he can do is what he can do for me. He can wrap up in his shitty, dirty sheet.
But what we're going to be talking. Say it again, Pops.
Fuck you, Meltzer, you motherfucker. You wouldn't know fucking wrestler, but jumped up and bit your fucking sorry fucking piece of ass. You dumb son of a bitch.
And also fuck Brian Alvarez as well.
Yeah, fuck him too.
What we're going to be talking about right now is Triple H. You know, he's brought back a lot of these people that got their walking papers last year during the pandemic, or the last couple of years since the pandemic, and where Vince went on a firing spree with a lot of people. And we do know that he's been bringing back people. We know that he brought back Candice LeRae. We know that he brought back Johnny Gargano. We know he brought back Hit Row. We know that he brought back, actually just recently, Bronson Reed, right? And then, Karrion Kross. Come on, Tommy. I know that you know more than I know about some of the people that he brought back. Dexter Lumis. A lot of these people he's brought back, and apparently they're not performing.
Tegan Knox.
Yes, I forgot about Tegan Knox coming back. Wasn't she injured for a little while? And then she got released?
She came back. She was released too. She got her walking papers.
Yeah, she was released too. But apparently Triple H isn't too happy with the way these wrestlers are performing. Now, I can't fault all the blame on the wrestlers. You also have to put blame on some of the other people that are involved, like your writers. When it comes to, listen, the worst ones he have brought back, and I know our buddy Levante F. Smith is a big fan of BFAB from the board, and big shout out to the Born Leaders Wrestling Podcast. And by the way, I also want to shout them out because they gave us a shout out on their podcast just recently as well. Go check out the Born Leaders Wrestling Podcast. We will actually put a link for their channel down below. But Hit Row's the worst one they brought back. End of story. And also, I know that Levante actually sent me a message.
Hang on. As train number 2 goes back.
Yeah, a fucking secretary comes through. 2 boogie woogie choo choo trains.
You know, this right here only proves that we're real. We're in a house. We're not in a fucking studio somewhere.
No, we're at our home, and
you're smart about the train going by for the second time.
Yeah, we live not next to a train track. We actually live a few streets away, but we still hear the motherfucker. But
but you see, it's a good time teller too.
It is. You know what time it is. But we do know that with him bringing these people back, Hit Row's the worst. Even Levante sent me the message. Tommy, he sent you the same message. Did you see the stupid ass dive that fucking bottom dollar?
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you see that fat fucking pizza whole box eating motherfucker?
I sure did.
That fucking fat fucking slob son of a bitch. Fucking couldn't get his fucking pizza loving ass over the fucking top rope. His fucking jelly roll got in the goddamn way. Ain't that right? You fucking go back and do what you do best. Fucking bottom dollar. I'll pay bottom dollar price for the game. Ask House $25. All right there, Rick from fucking Pawn Stars. Fucking Chum Lee looking motherfucker.
He looks like a fat mechanic to be working on somebody's car.
He
I'm
ain't
sorry,
doing Reddies.
Vito and Guido and Reddy
Guido and Guido and Dollar Andretti.
and Dollar and Reddy. But
They're the worst fucking ones they've ever signed so far.
I know, yes.
People can say all the others are shit. No, the shittiest ones they sign are
The shit row.
Shit row.
Shit row.
All three of them. Sorry, Levante VPAD is in the same boat because guilty by association.
Yep. And like whoever was also the what's the other guy's name? Sanche Adonis or something like that. Like he's okay. It's just he's in that shitty group.
Yeah, he's all right, but to be honest, you know, the shittiest ones is Bottom Dollar.
Bottom Dollar is the shittiest one.
Can I say something real quick? I would like to apologize.
Go ahead, Tommy. Hold on. Full screen for you. Full screen.
We really rarely apologize for anything. It's true.
Yeah, we don't.
But I would like to publicly, sincerely apologize to a tag team we bashed
a few years ago.
Crime Time, JTG and the late Chad Gaspard. When I said they were the worst tag team, I take that back. I publicly apologize to Crime Time, JTG and Chad Gaspard's family.
Who's the worst?
You guys ain't the worst tag team anymore.
Who is?
It's fucking Hit Row.
Shit Row.
Shit Row. I had to publicly apologize.
But also, a lot of these people that he signed, let's just be honest, the only one that I've seen any kind of actual, like, don't get me wrong, Johnny Gargano is a decent wrestler, right? But there's nothing else. There's nothing else there, personality-wise, character-wise. You know, pretty just vanilla, right? And then, like, his wife, I'm sorry, Candice LeRae's just, I don't see anything in her. I just don't. And then, go ahead, Pops.
Let me just say this, and I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm going to answer, but I'm going to do some both things here. Pandemic caused a lot of chaos, and let me just tell you something. It still ain't over. You motherfuckers walking around saying it is. No, it ain't. Shut your fucking mouths. Second of all, you know, you sign the people, and here's the thing: if they can't perform up to the heights that they should perform, you're not going to get a fucking job anyway, because you what it is you want to be a lazy fuck. You want to make money for doing shit. That ain't going to work out either. So, you know, if you're not going to perform to up to your potential, that I know that I've seen you guys, some of you guys perform. If you're going to be a lazy fuck, you ain't going to get a job anyway. So that right there, what he'll do is he'll put your ass back out on the street, because you ain't going to perform for him. You ain't going to get no money. Fuck it.
True. One person I thought had some kind of potential, and that was Karrion Kross. But ever since he came back with the shitty fucked up hair, I don't know. And, you know, finding out he's a Trump sucker as well didn't really.
Yeah. How about that right there lowered his fucking value.
About Karrion Kross, I thought him and Scarlett were going to be in the better position because right when he showed up, he was in a feud with the top guy, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
And I know Levante F. Smith hates Drew McIntyre, but I like old Drew.
Yeah.
Because I think Drew McIntyre has talent. So, and I'm like, okay, he's in there with a top spot with Drew McIntyre. And I'm like, that's pretty. So far, he's been the only good one so far that's been in a top spot. But after that feud with McIntyre, he hasn't done anything.
And I want to say one more thing, though. Really, you grabbed a point there, Joey. It mostly sometimes has to do with the fucking writing.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, that's also one of the things that really does it as well. And I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, I did have high hopes for Karrion Kross. I like Johnny Gargano as a performer, but everything else is just vanilla about him. But Candice LeRae's garbage. I'm sorry. Tegan Knox, she's okay, but there's nothing there. Yeah, Tommy.
I got one thing to say.
Go ahead.
There's one else I'm sick and tired of.
Good.
The Dexter Lumis and fucking Miz story. I'm fucking tired of it. Okay?
Yeah, his fucking head popping out of shit.
Yeah, like, and then they had some fucking ladder match, and Fat Bronson Reed comes out there. I was like, who's this fat slob? And then I was like, oh, that's Bronson Reed. I don't give a fuck about him either.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. And he's helping the Miz. I was like, what the fuck is he going to be? What's he going to be, Otis Jr.?
Is he going to do the worm?
No, yeah, he's going to do the worm and do the gyrations.
I wish we had a gigolo. I wish we had a gigolo Jimmy Del Rey. At least it was entertaining.
Give me gigolo Jimmy Del Rey. Give me some entertainment. Don't give me some plain boring fucking guy named fucking Bronson Reed over here. They ain't going to. All he is fucking. I seen him help the Miz and some shit.
Well, you see, it seems like me, that like they're doing the old shit, trying to make it new. How many people has helped the Miz in his fucking career? And to me, that right there makes him look fucking weak as shit. So
you're absolutely right on that. John Morrison, fucking Alex Riley,
Tommaso
Ciampa, and now fucking Bronson Reed, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel.
The list just continues.
Maurice, his wife.
Yeah.
It motherfucker always need help.
He needs help.
I used to like the Miz. Now he's fucking stupid as shit.
Yeah.
And he looks like a fucking ribbit.
Wrong face.
What it is.
Every time the Miz, when the Miz comes on, every time when I see the Miz come on Raw, I grab my phone and do something else because I'm like, I'm tired of seeing the Miz.
It just makes him look so fucking weak.
It does. But yeah, I can understand Triple H's frustrations, but also you also got to look at some of the writing as well.
Yeah, and some of these people, the ones that I thought were decent signings, are actually named guys. Like I could understand him bringing back Braun Strowman or Bray Wyatt.
Well, Bray Wyatt's fine. Bray Wyatt's fine. Now, granted, I still haven't gotten into it yet, but
yeah, he's in a few with LA Knight. Me, I like LA Knight.
I like LA Knight too. I know that the More Leaders Wrestling Podcast. Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Let me talk to you. Why you don't like LA Knight? I've liked him ever since he was in TNA as Eli Drake. He was the only entertaining part.
Well, we had this discussion before, about the writers. I mean, nowadays they just throw matches together. There's no storyline. There's no shit about why is these guys going against each other? What started this right here feud? It's just a bunch of bullshit. They're not writers anymore. They're just they don't even do storylines anymore.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and go.
One request.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can we see more of JBL in his pajamas?
Fuck Baron Corbin. I'm sorry. Get rid of his fucking.
I don't give a fuck about Baron Corbin. I just want to see JBL do the two-step in his fucking pajamas.
I'd rather see him fall again. I
want to see JBL come out in his fucking pajamas, do the two-step.
Also, I want to know. Give us the racist JBL back, baby. That's what I want.
JBL will be waiting.
Where's the one that kicked that Mexican across Back to the border.
You tell your friends JBL will be here waiting.
We'll be here waiting.
Give
Where's
us JBL back.
Give us the racist JBL back. Don't give us the pajama wearing two-stepping JBL. Give us the racist JBL back.
Give us the bye-bye fat lady. Ball game. I'll take that JBL too.
But
Call your mama.
call your mama.
Well,
Give me that JBL.
At two, guys, you know, you know now you know people are just so butthurt. Here's the thing: people don't understand what a work really is.
Yeah.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. They don't even know what a work really is. They think it's they go, oh what a horrible thing they're saying. Oh my God, look at these what they're saying about each other. Motherfuckers don't understand what a work really is.
Yeah.
You're right, Pop. Like in 2004, that feud with Eddie Guerrero and JBL. JBL making fun of Eddie Guerrero's heritage. That's called drawing fucking heat.
Yeah.
That's called drawing heat to get people so mad and so invested and be like, hey, I want to see Eddie Guerrero beat the shit out of this guy, JBL. Nowadays, you can't go this far because people will get all snowflakey.
All right, Tommy. You said that you wanted to talk about this this thing that happened on Dynamite. What happened on Dynamite?
Oh yeah, well, about on Dynamite. Now, of course, I didn't watch Dynamite. They'll never get a sniff on my RCA TV over here. But I saw it on social media, like always.
Of course.
And I see this fucking jabroni, Action Andretti, right? You know, I was like, is he related to Vito and Guido Andretti? Is he the tire guy?
Yeah, yeah. I remember Vito and Guido Andretti from OVW. They were the mechanics with Treasure.
Yeah. And I'm like, is Action Andretti? Was that their
son?
Was that their half brother
or son?
Or son? Is he gone into the mechanic business? I guess he's the one that I guess he started out from watering the tires. So
he's taking over the business. He's
taking over the business now.
Yeah, he is.
And I saw on social media the match, Action Andretti versus fat ass Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
You know the one? Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on. Go play. That motherfucker.
He's a horrible singer, by the way.
Well, of course he is. Go on. Never got laid. You know that goddamn bullshit. And I seen Action Andretti.
Yeah.
Beat Chris Jericho.
Tommy, what are the marks saying these days?
I didn't give a fuck until I heard this.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't give a fuck about Action Andretti, Action Jackson, Action Erection, where fucking idiot's name is. And I'd never gave a fuck about Chris Jericho here anymore. Yeah. Fuck his pain maker, his rain maker, his dick maker, whatever the fuck he wants to be called.
Here goes the train again.
Yeah, of course, that's usual. Right on cue.
You
motherfucker. And then this is where, like, first I didn't give a fuck, but then this is where it started.
Yeah.
Here come the grandmother jack off basement dwellers. Here they come.
Of course.
This is like Razor Ramon versus the 1, 2, 3 Kid. Where the fuck is this Razor Ramon and the 1, 2, 3 Kid? First of all, Action Andretti, General Reaction, where the fuck his jabroni's name is. Rection, where the fuck his name is. is not no fucking Sean Waltman. He's not no 1-2-3 kid. Hell, he's not even fucking the X Factor or X Pac. Okay,
Yeah.
with Uncle Cracker, he's not even that standard. And fucking hell, he's not even in the NWO standard in WWE when he was X Pac. And fucking if he was like, oh, he's like 1-2-3 kid. No, he's not. He's not even close. And fucking then you got people. Oh man, Chris Jericho, fucking Razor Ramon. Where the fuck does Chris Jericho remind you of Razor Ramon? What, TNA 2010? Is that where he reminds you of Scott Hall in 2010?
When he was drunk.
Yeah, when he was drunk and had a beer gut, or should we say a vodka gut? Because that's what Jericho drinks. You want less seltzer in that, Mr. Irvine? I bet you do. Yeah, no more seltzer. I want straight fucking vodka. Of course you do, you fucking buzzard hawk fucking drunk.
Well, see, the bad thing is, right, when it comes to him actually being in, like, Chris Jericho could have put over talent like Claudio. He could have put over talent like MJF. He could have put people over like Ricky Starks, but Will Hobbs.
Yeah.
But this
this
floppy-haired fucking Will Ospreay looking motherfucker. He looks like Will Ospreay. I'm sorry.
He looks like one of them fucking local competitors that WWE put out for fucking Olmos.
Yeah.
Or fucking Braun Strowman, those jobbers. That's what he looked like.
Hey, Pops, what do you got to say about the subject? Or do you really give a shit?
Yeah, well, I really don't give a shit. I could give, two shits about either one of them, Jericho and whoever Andretti is, a driver, Dickwad. I don't give a fuck what he was. I could give two shits about either one of them motherfuckers.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and talk about Matt Riddle real fast. You guys did hear about him getting popped again for the second time.
Yeah.
And he's gotten suspended, and he'll be gone for what was it, 60 days or something like that? Well, yeah. Well, not only that, but we already know that he cheated on his wife. You remember that?
Yeah. Can I tell you something in defense?
Yeah, go ahead.
I seen the video of her. She's one ugly bitch.
I couldn't tell you.
Well, I seen the video, but here's the thing: Riddle picks out people that look like marijuana people.
Yeah.
So,
well, he cheated on his wife with Candy Cartwright. You remember that?
Candy Cartwright? Yeah, I know her.
Which we actually reviewed one of her matches, and it was.
And actually, I don't blame her. She is fucking hot. She does have a big old ass.
Yeah, she is pretty hot. Except for she wrestled in the backyard with the berserker boots. But other than that,
yeah,
you remember that. But when it comes to him getting suspended, I could care less. Fuck Matt Riddle. I don't like Matt Riddle. Oh, also, he's with a porn star now, and apparently he was cheating on her with some other girl that was giving him drugs. Now, I will say this: WWE doesn't really test for marijuana anymore, so it means he must have been on some more hardcore shit than fucking weed. Rather it's cocaine or heroin, meth, whatever it is. I'm sorry, but I don't like Matt Riddle. I never have, never will. Like, every time I look at his face just pisses me off. Like, when I look at his stupid fucking face with the long hair, the bro, the fucking sandals, the stupid look on his face just bothers the hell out of me, and he's never going to get over, in my opinion, in my book, for me. So I don't care if Matt Riddle gets caught for the third time. Get his ass out of there. Tommy?
Well, about Matt Riddle, so he cheated on his wife, who looked like a pothead just like he does. And and then he started doing it with Candy Cartwright. Okay, I can't blame him there. She does look hot. She has a nice ass. Don't give a fuck about the berserker boots. But and then he's dating this porn star. What is she, an amateur? Because I've never seen her. I watch porn all the time, so
Apparently so, I guess.
well then she ain't. Then she don't mean much. Uh, and about Matt Riddle, what the fuck was he? Is he smoking Tony Khan stuff?
Most likely, I would have to say.
And about Matt Riddle, I don't give a fuck. He belongs on the other show.
Yeah.
AEW Dynamite. He belongs in AEW because Matt Riddle belongs there because he fits just right in there. He's a fucking idiot. He's a long-haired fucking doofus. He tries to be Rob Van Dam. I smoke weed. Did you smoke it with Robbie V?
Robbie
That's
V.
what he reminds me of. He reminds me of fucking Robbie V in WCW without the tape Pete. That's what he reminds me of.
And the talent.
And the talent. Well, he ain't no Rob Van Dam talent either. Hey, come on, then don't forget he rode on a scooter. And fucking and then I saw him teaming with Elias, right? He goes, "Hey, bro, let's make I team with your brother Ezekiel Jackson. If I team with your brother Ezekiel, man, I love Ezekiel. How about me and you make a band? What's that band gonna be? The potheads and and the fucking people that fucking sing in the goddamn street. The pothead and the beggar. That's gonna be the name. Cause here's the thing. He's like, bro, let's do I could do the bongos. How about you bongo your ass on out of the fucking WWE? Because that's what the fuck I want you to do. And you can smoke all the ganja you want, you fucking red eye fucking doofus. Fuck you, Matt Riddle. You belong on fucking Tuesday nights. Or
Pops,
Wednesday
what do
you think? AEW's on.
Yeah, whatever it is. Pops, what do you think about Matt Riddle?
Well, I never did. I watched the son of a bitch kicking off his fucking sandals and shit like that right there. Here's the thing. I don't know how he got to be the spot he's in, but the motherfucker, is an idiot because once you suspect, you ain't gonna make no motherfucking money, motherfucker. So I don't know how you got that spot. And if it was me right then and there, I wouldn't give a fuck. Third, first, second, 90. I don't give a goddamn how many times that you got caught. Motherfucker, the first time it ended with me, I want that cocksucker out of here. And that's the way I feel. He's a fucking idiot with his little bro. Fuck your bro. Suck dick, bitch. Fuck Matt Riddle. Piece of shit.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you on that. Let's go ahead and go.
No,
I know. I just don't see anything there.
You can tell Randy Orton was carrying that team.
They could put somebody in the ring with him that does have talent, and the guy he's in that does have the talent would make the guy with talent look bad. That's the worthless piece of shit that I've ever seen.
Well, I'm not sure if you guys seen or not, but there has been news, and of course we know all about Ric Flair and his things.
Fucking idiot.
Rick says that he misses wrestling every day, and of course, Tommy, you know because you've seen it about the whole thing about him wanting to. Him wanting to be in the Royal Rumble. You remember that? Now, I want to know, since his fat-ass son-in-law, Conrad Thompson, came out with that Ric Flair's last match, right? What is, what is it going to be about when it's the last match? If he wants to come to the Royal Rumble when he wants to do these stupid ass indie shows with his other fucking worthless ass son-in-law, fucking Andrade.
Hey, Joey, real quick.
Yes,
You messed up already.
go ahead.
He's a bad motherfucker. My son-in-law.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker. He's also my son-in-law. Yeah, of course he is, Rick.
Which was the bad motherfucker? The fat fuck or the taco man?
Or the taco man.
Arriba!
Make them enchiladas, bitch. But
Make
yeah,
my nachos Del Grande.
do you want to see Ric Flair in the Royal Rumble?
And me?
Yeah, one of you guys.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to tell you what my thoughts is? I'll tell you my thoughts. All right, let's go ahead. Ric Flair had his last match with Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, and he teamed with the bad motherfucker, the Taco Man. And he was wearing a horrible fucking Nature Boy backwards shirt, purple shirt. He was wearing his fucking 1994 rip-off belt. You know the one, Joe, when Hulk Hogan beat Ric Flair for the world title at Bash at the Beach, and he came out with a fake belt.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that belt. and he barely done anything. He was breathing heavy, and it was confirmed that he passed out twice during the match.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So what the fuck can he do? Like, and then if he gets in the Royal Rumble, what are you going to wear this time, Rick? The black tights, the black boots, and a black shirt with Nature Boy on the back? Is that what
Probably
you're going to
so.
wear? Leave the fucking memories alone, Rick. That's what. Have you noticed when people you used to respect and admire that they fucking embarrass themselves?
Agreed.
They're fucking like, I had all the utmost respect for Ric Flair. Now
Same as Chris Jericho.
Same as fucking Chris Jericho. When you do dumb, stupid shit, that's when. Come on, Ric Flair was on the verge of fucking death.
Yeah.
And he goes back, tipping the bottle. Of course you do, Jake. Jake Flair.
Pops, what do you think about Flair wanting to come to the Royal Rumble?
Well, I think it's a fucking stupid idea, just like this right here. When it's time to retire, it's time to fucking retire. Ric Flair has done everything in his career that he could do, and I had the utmost respect for Ric Flair, but now he is a joke. He is an idiot, and I tell you what, his two son-in-laws, all they want to do is put their fucking car on the caboose and ride with it. That's all they want to do. All they're thinking about, how much money am I going to make with my father-in-law? That's all them motherfuckers think.
Exactly.
Well, I guess Save with Conrad ain't working out too good. hey, it's Fat Flair.
It's Fat Flair.
Hey, it's Fat Flair with all this murky shit here on my trailer wall. Don't forget the ECW Bingo Hall side over here. Yay!
I seen that.
Conrad, motherfucker. Alabama sucks. What do you think of that?
Alabama sucks.
My dick, Conrad. Fuck.
To me, that's all they want to do.
We know you paid
their fucking cart to
I'm
his
sorry,
fucking,
Pop, I gotta say this real quick.
fucking train and rode on out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Pop, but I gotta say this real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
You pay wrestlers money to hang out with your fucking fat ass.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been confirmed.
Shane Douglas confirmed it. I see that video. Yeah.
Shane Douglas confirmed he paid Shane Douglas money to hang out with him.
Well, yeah. I'm going to be totally honest with you. If I was a professional wrestler and a motherfucker wanted me on his show, his motherfucker would have to pay me. Let me tell you something, cocksucker. You're going to have to go deep in your pockets to get me.
Well, you're going to have to hide them donuts.
Oh yeah, you have all the fucking donuts you can eat, motherfucker. I want my money.
Let's go ahead and go with the last two topics we're going to talk about today for wrestling. Did you hear that Vince McMahon wants to come back to the WWE? that apparently he took bad advice from either Paul Levesque, Triple H, Stephanie, Kevin Dunn, some of the other more higher ups in the WWE about going into retirement. Or as he said, or as he thinks he says, that issue that he had with the allegations toward him, that these would have just blown over, is what Vince would thought. But ever since train number 2, but as
the train comes by,
yeah, as these allegations have came out, there's been 2 more allegations towards Vince since he said that he wanted to come back to the WWE. Every time this motherfucker says that he wants to come back or whatever, you know, they cut him off at the knee, you know. This one, and by the way, you know, we can't confirm or deny some of these claims. They could have happened, they could have not happened, because, you know, people that have money do get attacked a lot when it comes to certain things, but also it could have happened. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Pops.
Let me just say this, okay? You know, I'm going to tell you where Vince made his first mistake. Vince made his first mistake by paying the first bitch. And I'm going to tell you why he made that big mistake. He paid that first bitch, and the rest of the bitches that he fucked, you know, oh, she got money for that right there. Oh, I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna sue too. I'm gonna do my allegations on him. And then it just kept on rolling. Bitch, you made your first mistake by giving the first bitch the money. Because here's the thing: they can say what they want. Proving it is another step.
True. But we do know that when it comes to what has happened, the next couple allegations that have came out is the one in 2011 where he, I guess, sexually assaulted a was it like a tanning salon or something like that, or a spa worker, something like that. And then of course and of course the one that everybody has known since the fucking late 80s, the Rita Chattington allegation has actually went to suit. I think she's suing for like $11 million or something like that.
Look, I'm gonna say this right here. They ain't no pussy worth $11 million fucking dollars. I don't give a fuck what kind of pussy you got. If you got a red cake coming out with a big ass on it, that motherfucker's not worth $11 fucking million, motherfucker.
Absolutely agree on that. But we do know that from what she said, this is what she said now, where some of her allegations kind of fall through. All right. I can't say that the whole in the limo thing, you know, being in the limo and she had to perform sexual acts to Vince. I'm not saying that didn't happen, but some of these allegations that she has said are a little more suspect. Like, for instance, that she was going to be a referee, right? Something about she was going to be a referee, and she was going to get booked through the WWF, and this is in the late 80s, and she's actually one of the first more ladies referees in the WWF at that time, and she was going to get booked, and this is what she has claimed, that apparently she was going to get like $500,000 as a referee in the WWF. Now, let's just be honest here. There's no referee in the WWE, even today, or even in the Attitude Era, that was making $500,000. Let's just be fucking real here.
There ain't no fucking way.
I would be shocked if they're making $100,000 a year, let alone $500,000.
Okay. The limo thing.
Yeah.
What was anybody else in there? I mean, was she taking pictures of Vince? Was she filming Vince's dick as she goes down on him or something? There's no accusation. Look, bitch, you got to find proof to me. You know, motherfuckers can say this and say that if I was a millionaire. But look, bitch, where's your proof? Show me the proof.
The second claim was, did you hear that Greg Valentine said that everything she said was bullshit because her and Greg smoked a doob, as they say, as she told him. So she was on some drugs when she said it. Tommy, what do you think about this?
Well, about the Vince McMahon allegation, here's the thing. I respect Vince for what he done for the WWE and the wrestling business. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think he should come back. I don't.
I agree with you on that.
I don't. I don't think he should come back because let's say he does come back,
Yeah,
a lot of more women will come out of the woodwork.
I agree with you on that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed. I do agree.
why would you come back? And to be honest, I'll be honest, to me, WWE's doing just fine without him.
100%.
And here's the thing: when Vince was fucking running it, in my opinion, around this time, WWE was shit when he was running it.
It was in a rough spot.
And Triple H is actually the ratings are gone up. And it's been confirmed. Like their ratings have gone up. They were down when all the time Vince was running it.
Yeah. Pops, you got something to say?
Well, yeah, I will say this right here. You know, if Vince does not come back, which I agree with Tommy, I don't think he should. But you can bet one damn thing for sure that Vince is going to be around there some way or somehow with nobody knowing, because you know that's Vince's creation.
Yeah.
And you know that he still has a lot of money invested in that motherfucker.
And
well, he is the majority. Like even still today,
Yeah,
even with him not being the WWE, he is still the majority owner of the WWE.
Yes, he is.
Well, shareholder, I should say.
Yeah, you know, but I do agree with Tommy. I don't think you come back because these little bitches are going to come out of the goddamn woodwork on him, you know. But
no, I'm not saying that they didn't happen because they possibly could have, but you got to prove that in court though. So
yeah, you see, and from what I can gather, they can't even prove it to the camera people.
Yeah. Tommy, you got something to say?
yeah, it's about the Rita Chatterton.
Go ahead.
I'll be honest, I think she's a liar.
I think she's a liar. Completely. You don't think any of it happened?
Well, it could happen.
I'm just talking about her claims as
dead.
Yeah.
Don't jive with me. Name one fucking referee that made $500,000 a year.
I can't name one.
I can't name one. I bet you referees now don't make that. So I think she's lying on that. I'm sorry. If you were saying he was going to pay me $500,000 a year, I saw that now it could be told her I was going to be up in lights. No referee is up in lights. I can tell you that right now. That's a lie too.
That's true.
And
They were an official that was bigger than wrestling.
And said that he was going to put her on magazines. You know, I'm sorry. No referee will ever have that. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. So I think that's a bunch of BS.
Now listen, you know, and it, you know, and we all know this right here. A person that has money is going to tell any bitch exactly what they want to hear to get what he wants out of that bitch. We all know that right there. Yeah. And here's what gets me: a motherfucking person women that's supposed to be act like, well, I'm smarter on this right here, and I'm smart. Well, bitch, come to find out, you ain't smart at all, bitch, because you're just exactly like any other woman with a guy that's got money. I'll do this right here for you. I'll do that for you. Get down here and suck my cock. truth is truth, and that's the truth.
No doubt. Let's go
I'm
ahead.
not saying what happened. That stuff could have happened, but the stuff of her being in magazines,
The claims
and
that
all
she,
that stuff,
the
I don't
the
believe it.
the
There-
damages that she's
Yeah.
suing for the WWF is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't think so. I don't think that stuff didn't happen.
yeah, I don't even know about the limousine bullshit. I mean, did she have a camera there? Was she doing that camera? Was she going down on Vince or what?
Well, this is the
Show me
late
something,
80s.
motherfucker. Show me something.
Well, this is the late 80s, so I mean, the only thing she could possibly have was a Polaroid. But
Well, how about you put them both through a lie detector test?
Yeah, that would be my thing. Hey, you want to prove something to me? Take a lie detector test. I want to know because let me tell you something. I got a pretty good idea. Vince's lawyer wants that.
Well, I mean, lie detector tests aren't dismissible in court, though.
Well, then that's what she knows too.
No doubt. All right, let's go with the last topic. If you guys are finished with that, at least.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done with it.
All right, the last topic for the wrestling portion is the whole Mandy Rose situation. We know that she has, or she was, the NXT Women's Champion for over 400 something days. She's been the NXT Women's Champion for over a year now, and
which is good.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You know, for like nowadays wrestling, that's actually pretty impressive, right? Because like nowadays, like they flip flop championships like fucking like going like crazy, right? So for her to have it for over a year, and she lost it on the NXT show, I guess, against Roxanne.
Yeah. I got a question.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Roxanne?
I don't know who this girl is. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know who she is.
She's a Booker T trainee.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear that, but I don't know anything else besides that.
Oh, I think she won that Iron Woman thing.
Oh, well, Pops, you got something to say there?
Yeah, I got a question. If she held the title for that right there many days, then how come a nobody can come in there and take it from her?
Well, apparently
that'd be something going on here.
Well, apparently this is what's going on, because there was an issue where apparently there has been some speculation with her doing some outside WWE activities. And what these activities are is either something called fan time, which is kind of like OnlyFans, which everybody knows what OnlyFans is nowadays.
Yeah.
But apparently she's doing some risque stuff on there. From what I've heard, I don't know, because I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I think a lot of these, OnlyFans, I think they're all scams. Personally, you could find explicit content on the internet if you just for free if you just do the fucking if you just type it in, right? So I think it's a scam unless you're just obsessed with this woman. Which, don't get me wrong, Mandy Rose is hot. She is. It's just I wouldn't want to pay her to fucking watch her fucking content. I'll just tell you that right now.
I don't like paying in general.
Yeah, I don't like paying in general.
Why does she receive dick pics and measure them or something?
Well, see, this is what I've heard, that she was doing. Of course, she was showing her tits, showing her ass, showing her butthole. She was even doing dick ratings, where I guess the people on the site would send her dick photos, and she would rate them, I guess, from like 1 through 10 or whatever. I'm just gonna be honest. To the lonely guys out there, I'm looking straight into the camera for this one, right? Here, I'm going to go full screen real fast, just real fast. I want to tell you guys right now. I'm just going to be completely honest when I say this. I want to tell the people that have subscribed to those sites. I'm telling you right here, right now. That person does not give a rat's ass about you, okay? They just want your money. And I'm going to tell you this straight off the bat. You can send them the dick photo all you want. And I'm just going to be honest. She's going to come back with average or fucking amazing. For this reason.
Ego.
You are paying her. And she wants to keep that money coming, okay? You're not going to get a real honest answer. I'm just letting you guys know that if you guys do those dick ratings. But I just wanted to, do that.
I'm going to go further with this right here, Tommy, Joey, because this is true. Now, listen, guys, I'm going to go further. She is not going to give you the sweat off of her pussy hair for you. Because all she wants is that money. And she'll tell you amazing things. If you send your fucking dick pics to her, she's going to say, oh, that's the biggest one I've ever seen. And you motherfuckers, you some bitches that do that right there are crazy fucks anyway for giving her fucking money because you're fucking deranged as she is. Fucking ignorant.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's, but apparently this is what happened. Okay. WWE has that thing going on that, no third party branding deals and things of that nature. Well, apparently she's making bank on this site, right? Apparently.
Of course she is.
From what I've heard, she's made close to $500,000 off of this fucking site.
And I believe her.
And I do believe her. I'm just going to be honest, because there are a lot of gullible guys out there that are lonely basement dwellers, and these are the guys we're making fun of, by the way.
And I know one personally.
You know one personally.
Oh yeah, he worked out, and he still got a gut. He did something with Sonny on Skype.
Ooh.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Is he a red beard fuck?
Oh yeah, you know who it is.
When he bites into Doritos, does he go,
Yeah.
Does he have pickle pals?
Also paper plates. Don't send DVD Freak the Owen Hart DVD. Make fun of Relaxing Ghost for buying a Coliseum video DVD.
I believe I know who you guys are talking about now.
Red beard. It ain't your fucking money. So shut the fuck up.
Jack off to Sunday on Skype.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Does he have a flowery couch?
Yes, and he has a Winnie the Pooh pillow.
Okay, so we know exactly who we're talking about here.
Yeah,
I know exactly who you're talking about.
No,
yeah, okay, yeah,
names.
I know.
No names.
I ain't mentioning
no names. Don't have to use no names. We know.
But apparently she was making this bank money off of this, and well, let's just be honest. WWE wants a cut of that cheddar because that's the way they are.
Yeah, but they do. Yeah. So apparently that's exactly how come they don't like no third parties shit being happening.
Because they want a slice of the pie, and
yep.
I guess she wasn't giving it up, so they made her lose the NXT championship, and the next day she got her walking papers.
Well, you want me to be honest? I wouldn't give him a goddamn dime either.
Yeah, it ain't your goddamn asshole I'm showing off.
It ain't your fucking tattoo ass, is it, Hickey?
Well, now wait a minute now,
It ain't your goddamn ass, is it, Ape Train?
Ape Train.
Who told? Ain't that right?
Well, listen, guys.
You mad because you were on Velocity every year? Fuck you.
Now listen, guys. You got to think about this right here. You see, the guys in WWE made her who she is.
Yeah.
And
Fuck,
you
that
know,
don't mean I feel my money.
if you're gonna show your tits, show your asshole, show your pussy, motherfucker, we want some of that of them ignorant motherfuckers' money.
Yeah.
Well, how about you do what you do best, Matt Bloom, and snoop around?
Yeah, apparently he's the one that told
Oh yeah, he got mad because
Sean
he didn't get none of it.
8 trains of mad because
Then he went, "Hey
Sable
Google, hey Google Eye Michaels,
Hickey.
hey our old boy Hickey, hey Hickey, hey Hick Bottom. I want to let you know, I went on the website because I was bored, and I saw Mandy Rose's boobies, and I saw her cherry butthole, and I saw all that stuff. You're gonna have to have her drop the belt. Fuck you, Matt Bloom. You're a fucking snitch. I'm sorry, that's a fucking snitch. I'm being honest, that's a snitch.
Well, WWE wants their cut. You know how it
I
goes.
don't give a fuck you and your cut. You didn't put your fucking 8 train ass butt cheeks out, did you?
Now, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I understand WWE's corporate, you know, ways. I understand.
that too. But also, you don't have to be a fucking goddamn snitch either.
Well, also, did they have to fire her?
Yeah, over that. Goddamn. Hey, they didn't fire Paige when she was fucking Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox, did they?
Well, see, this is also where things go haywire, right? Like, they fired Zelina Vega because she was doing that Twitch. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, like this isn't the first time. Now, I know WWE went into a new direction, 10 years ago, right? Where they kind of, 10 to 12 years ago when they went into like more of a PG era, right? But
yeah,
when it comes to, back in the day, like we seen Trish barking like a fucking dog, right? We seen Vince with 1,000 fucking women where he's making out with them on fucking television all the fucking time. We seen fucking hot lesbian action. We've seen these fucking WWE divas nude in fucking Playboys. And then also, just like you said, why didn't they fire fucking Paige when the nudes and the fucking videos of her getting fucked or fucking herself with a fucking dildo got up on the internet and they didn't fire her?
And having nudes all over the NXT championship.
Yeah. Disrespect to that championship belt.
I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. In my opinion, I think showing stuff like that, what Mandy Rose and Selena Vega did, the Twitch and what Selena Vega was doing on Twitch and what Mandy Rose was doing there. I'll be honest, I think.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I agree with you. I do. But that's how things go.
It's like this right here. It is what it is, and not every fucking thing in life is fair.
Yeah.
It just ain't.
I agree with you on that. Anything else you guys want to add about that situation?
No.
Well,
I think I've closed the book on that one.
What was that, Tommy?
I'll say it again. Like I said, Paige did way worse than both of those people.
Yeah.
And she kept her job.
Fucking Xavier Woods was fucking her too on camera, and he got
Brad
his job too.
And I didn't see Mandy Rose splooge on the NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah.
I didn't see Selena Vega do anything bad on fucking Twitch, but But Paige kept her job though after she didn't know how to work it.
She didn't know how to work it, huh, Jay?
Well, that's her problem, not mine. And by the way, Paige, real quick, or should I say Soraya? I got one thing to say real quick before we
Yeah,
move
go ahead.
move out of this subject. Your boyfriend looks like a doofus.
He does. He does.
Fuck your punk. Well, he looks like one of them fucking, you know, the fucking bands that play in fucking bars and shit, local
Yeah.
competitor bars. That's what he looks like. He looks like he plays in front of 20 people.
Yeah.
Hey, want to hear Aerosmith Walk This Way? Is that what the fuck you do? Look, you can have psoriasis. How you like it?
Psoriasis. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into 5 questions, shall we?
All right.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's get to it. All right. By the way, thank you guys for sending in your questions. And by the way, I should tell you guys before we get started with that. Thank you guys so much to make the first episode of the WR podcast a success. For us, at least, you know. And
thank you. We really appreciate it.
And once again, soon enough, we will have a guest on the podcast with us. We just have to figure out stuff, right? Time and stuff, how to do that. Also, you could be on the podcast as well. We just have to figure out
time frame.
Yeah, time frames, things of that nature. If you want to be on camera, you can. If not, you can just turn off your camera and just be mic only. That's fine. If you want to do that.
And hey, we said this before. You don't even have to agree with what we talk about, what we believe. You can be on the show to tell us what you think.
Absolutely. Didn't get a lot of downloads for Anchor.fm though and Spotify, but we just started the podcast, so I mean, you know, that's going to be expected. And guys, if you want to go to the link down below of this video for YouTube, you could actually find our Anchor.fm site. I think it's Anchor.fm/Joseph Flat because they had me put my name in it instead of Wrestling Rampage, but nonetheless. The link will be in the description box below if you guys want to go to that. If you guys want to ask a question through audio, you can do that. You can ask us a question through audio and we'll play it on the channel. We will play it on the podcast. If you guys want to ask it like verbally through a mic, you can do that. Or if you just want to keep writing it through, YouTube, that's cool too. So let's go ahead and do these questions real fast. We got 2 questions by our good buddy, Dan the Beast 94. Jake, give us.
Oh, man. Oh, damn, baby. Dan the Beast 7.
Dan the Beast 7, aka Dan the Beast 94. We will leave a link to his channel in the description box below. You'll see his name. You'll see a link.
Dan the Beast, baby.
Yeah, click the link. Goes directly to his channel. Hit that subscribe button. Tell him WR sent you. He's a good friend of ours. We appreciate you, Dan. Thank you very much.
He does great work over there.
His first question is thoughts on JB Noble's wrestling his last match. Which was, I think, sometime last week, he actually wrestled his last match. Now, we should say that the last time we actually seen him on television was with J&J Security, which was Seth Rollins and The Authority, where he didn't really wrestle much. He was more just like a backstage bodyguard type with Joey Mercury. And before that, in 2000 it was either 2007 or 2008 where he took on Sheamus. You remember that, Tommy?
Yeah.
Huh,
Get him, Red.
Get him, Red.
So Cody Evans.
I think that was 2008, and I think that was on ECW. And
No, it was on Raw.
Oh, yeah, it was on Raw.
It was
You're
either
right.
09, I think. Either 09 or.
It was either 08 or 09, one of the two, whatever it fucking was. That was the last time we actually seen him for a few years, and then he comes back in I think 2013 with and 14 with Seth Rollins as J&J security, but they didn't wrestle much. They were more just like bodyguards more than anything, but they did take bumps and stuff. Well, we do know that he has wrestled his last match. Tommy, I think you were the one that figured out who was in that match. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah. He was in a 8-man tag. He was teaming with Butch and Rich Holland and Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
And they took on the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa, Sami Zayn, and the Usos.
How'd that turn out?
Well, Jamie Noble's team won. He pinned Jamie Noble actually pinned Sami Zayn.
At least he got the win.
Yeah.
That's all that matters, right? And this was in West Virginia.
Yeah, his hometown.
His hometown. So it was nice to see Jamie Noble go out on top, I guess, right?
Yeah, I like Jamie Noble.
Yeah. Pops, what do you think about Jamie Noble?
And we all know that Jamie Noble is an OVW alumni.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wrestled on OVW. Seen him wrestle on OVW even before he went to WWE.
Actually, Pop, he wrestled in HWA.
Well, he did some shots in OVW.
He did. He won
He did television in OVW. And he went to WWE, made a big name for himself there.
He was trained at the power plant in WCW.
I personally did. He wasn't my favorite guy. I mean, he wasn't. But he was always in that that lower card issue anyway. But but I would say this right here. I always thought he had talent. And that's and I'm glad that he did go out on top. And he had his last match, and he never got hurt or nothing like that right there in the matches, and he can remember all the things that he done in his career.
I mean, he was trained at the power plant in WCW, and actually was in the dying days of WCW. Whew. And that's how he got his contract to go to the HWA, like Tommy says.
Yeah.
Because he was taken by because that's where they sent a lot of the developmental guys from, the power plant and stuff is to Les Thatcher's HWA. And then he did some shots for OVW and eventually got signed to the WWE.
Yeah, actually, he had him and the Hurricane had a Cruiserweight Championship match on OVW in the Six Flags show.
Yeah. At the Six Flags show. But always been a big fan of Jamie Noble, and I'm glad to see that he.
And also, he's a former Ring of Honor World Champion.
As James Gibson, he's a former Ring of Honor champion as well.
I love how he wore the Dukes of Hazzard tights.
The Dukes of Hazzard tights.
He even wore that in WWE at one time.
He did.
I love them Dukes of Hazzard tights he wore. And him and Nydia was always a good pairing.
I thought so too.
You hear baby, running water.
To me, they were both just as crazy as each other were. So they had a good thing going for themselves.
They were really entertaining, and they had good chemistry.
Let's go with the next question, also asked by Dan the Beast 94. Favorite wrestler who transitioned from another sport? I haven't really seen one that I've actually enjoyed as far as especially for the UFC's, Billy Badass and all that stuff. I haven't seen one that I've actually enjoyed come from the UFC at all. I mean, Dan the Beast, Severin was pretty decent. It's just he never really got a good run. And Ken Shamrock, is there huh?
No, not really. It's just
I mean, you like Wahoo
I mean,
McDaniel, don't you?
huh?
Wahoo McDaniel.
Well, well, you could say, is he talking about those that went to wrestling and went on to some other sport?
Or came from another sport to wrestling.
Well, hell, you can talk about a lot of them. Wahoo McDaniel, played pro football. They have been a lot of pro football stars that has went on to wrestling. But I'm not gonna say that they were big stars in the football league, but they made their mark in football. You could still when you talk when people talked about them, that they know what they used to do.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say that they're breakout stars, but their names has been batted around, and that we all know in football.
Tommy?
And also there was Ernie Ladd. But if I had to choose Ron Simmons,
Yep.
I enjoy Ron Simmons. I thought he was good. And another one I'm throw in there is Macho Man Randy Savage, because he played baseball.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So I have to go. My two favorites, in my opinion, would have to be Ron Simmons and the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Pretty good set. Yeah. I mean, I like Ernie Ladd. I like Wahoo. I like Macho Man. But I mean, the one thing that I did enjoy about a lot of different athletes that came through, like when they came through wrestling, is they're very athletic, as far as they're not just globs of bullshit, right? They're athletes. They can go. They're not just like they're professional in that way, is what I'm trying to say, right?
What about Mondo McMichaels?
Well, that's your exception. That's
He
your
was good on promos, but that was about it.
Okay,
so-
I just threw him in there, just like you.
But we hope Mongo's doing good. We know that he was in bad health recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
but-
like Mongo.
Hey, he was pretty entertaining for interviews, though. I will say
Yeah.
that about Mongo.
He cut good promos.
Tommy, did he play for Chicago?
Yeah, he played with the Chicago Bears. He actually
I thought he did. That's why I mentioned it, because I know you're a big Chicago fan.
Yeah, I like Mongo. Didn't like him in the ring as a wrestler, but
Like him in football, though, huh?
at least he tried.
Yeah.
All right. You guys want to go to the next question?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Next one is from Bless Chris 1. And his question is, if Tony Khan gave you guys free tickets to an AEW show, would you go? Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go ahead. You spell it out.
Okay. Tony, you already stole our name for Rampage. Let's just go ahead and get that out of the way real fast. So you stole our name. And I'm just going to be honest. There's not much on that show that I would enjoy watching that you have. Because you And when it comes to, like, for instance, there's some people I would like to see that would wrestle on your roster, like FTR, but they're never booked. They have every other fucking championship that's available, the IWGP, the fucking Ring of Honor, but they can't win that goddamn AEW tag team titles because the Young Bucks fucking have them. And then I gotta look at the fucking Pussycats and the fucking cleaner himself on the fucking television show. You got rid of CM Punk. Listen, there's no reason for me to go to your fucking show. I don't give a fuck if you gave me free tickets or not. And I don't want to come to, we will say this. They are coming to Rupp Arena. Right, Tommy? They're going to make they're going to make their Kentucky debut soon in Lexington. Tommy, are you going? Are you going to the Lexington show?
Oh boy, am I excited.
You ready for it?
You think I'm so excited?
Sure.
They're going to Rupp Arena, where WWE sold out the Rupp Arena. Hell, they even had a pay-per-view in Rupp Arena. Backlash, 2006. Yep. And they're not going to the big building Rupp Arena.
Tell me where they're going.
They're going into a small building in Rupp Arena.
That's actually true. Yeah.
That's already been confirmed.
I got the goddamn fucking wall, the fucking little fucking poster they got.
Yeah.
They're going to Central Bank Center. You know how many can fit in there? Me and you confirmed this, Joey.
Yes, we did.
You know how many people can fit in that building?
How many?
5,000.
And see, that's without like having your announcers there, the ring.
Without the ring,
the stage,
without the table for the commentators.
So once you take that out, you might have 3,000 possibly.
And boy, they're pulling out all the stops here. You get double the time. You get our channel,
Rampage.
Rampage that they stole our name from.
Yeah.
And you get Dynamite. You get double the boredom. I get to see fucking Action and Grave and fucking all these other clowns. Oh boy, I get to see fucking Fat Jericho whoop down Vodka. Oh boy. Would I go if they give me a fucking ticket? Fuck no. Fuck your ticket. Free admission. You're a WCW now, Tony. You know how they did when DX went to the building? They said WCW Monday Nitro free admission.
Yeah.
AEW Dynamite free admission, because that's what it is nowadays. Because they give tickets away.
Hey Tommy, are you gonna be like that guy where they interviewed him and he goes,
"Oh no, got it for free."
yeah. Did you pay for your ticket? Hell no, I got it for free.
Yeah. fucking Tony Khan, I will never. I don't even watch your fucking shows don't get a fucking sniff on my TV. You think I'm gonna show up there and fucking watch your show? Hell, I don't even watch it on TV. You think I'm gonna watch it, sit there live? Yeah, you'll see me live. I'll be there asleep. Oh, the camera's on me. I'll do like that goddamn guy that was watching the New Orleans Saints back in the 80s. He's over there asleep. And then the camera's on, he just gives him one of these.
Pops, would you go to an AEW show?
Okay, I'm going to say this right here. You know, I'm a lot different to my kids. Okay, I would go. I Because I'd be like this right here. Said, first of all, I want my fucking money because you stole her name. Second of all, I'm going to tell you what you're doing wrong because you ain't done nothing right. Third of all, don't fucking hug me. And those are the three things that I would talk about with that worthless piece of shit. And by the way, you know, quit taking your daddy's money and failing. That's four things.
So that's what you're gonna say to him?
That's what I'd say to him.
And also,
Give the fucking money. Give us the fucking money for that you stole our name. I want to talk about something you're doing wrong because you ain't never done right. And don't hug me and quit spending your daddy's money for something that you'll never make.
Go ahead, Tommy.
And also, another reason why I wouldn't want to go there, I don't want to be associated with dwellers and smell the BO juice.
Well,
I don't want to sit there with these fucking marks. I'm sorry, these fucking marks, these dwellers, smelling like fucking BO juice and piss. And
fucking, Jake Roberts, huh?
Yeah. And fucking, yeah. Hey, Jericho, yeah. Oh, here I come. I'm a dumbass. Here I come, here. Oh, yeah.
Be like that guy that was singing, Tommy, and then hugged himself.
Oh, yeah. Like it's Leonardo DiCaprio. Fuck you. I would not. I would not go, because if I do and I see some of them people act that stupid, I'm sorry I have to say it, I would just want to slap the living shit out of them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I cannot stand people like that. That's not wrestling fans. Not normal wrestling fans.
Yeah, not normal, yeah.
What? Not wrestling fans that act like they have some fucking sense. These are fucking dweller fans.
And Posh, you have something to say there?
Yeah, well, you see that right there would be the, you know, the thing that I talked to him that he's doing wrong instead of doing right. You know, number one thing, quit pleasing the basement dwellers. That's the number one thing you're doing wrong.
That might help out. To be honest with you.
That's all. I'll be honest. That's all he caters to. He don't cater to real wrestling fans or
I agree with you.
Fans or normal everyday wrestling fans. He just caters to the ones that act. That's a small fucking percentage.
Let me see. He cares about the ones that threatens his wrestlers with bodily harm. Is those the ones he caters to?
Pretty much.
That threatens his wrestlers. That shouldn't have the law called on them for that right there, because that right there can get you in jail because that is internet shit. Motherfuckers, you know, if I was wrestling you threaten me or my family, threaten to do bodily harm to me or my family, your fucking ass would be in jail. That's where you'd be.
Let's go ahead and go. If you guys are finished with that,
yeah, I'm fucking done.
I'm done. I'm done with that piece of shit of story.
We have now. This is just a comment from last week's WR podcast. The debut episode from our good friend Mike Sears from the Speak Your Clout podcast.
Our boy Mike.
Oh yeah.
Which we've been able to do a few podcasts with him as well on his show.
Loved it.
Real quick, Joe. That's another person I would love to have on the podcast is Mike Sears.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Podcast.
And we will leave a link for his podcast on YouTube where you guys can go subscribe to the Speak Your Clout podcast. If you guys are really into rap and hip hop and wrestling too, go check out his podcast for real. He wanted to say that this is dope that y'all are doing this and keep it up. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. We really appreciate it, man.
as well as Tia Couponer giving us a big shout out as usual.
Or Tennessee native.
The native. He said
Tennesseans must stick together, right?
he said that he enjoyed the podcast and to keep it up on the channel because it's doing great. Thank you, Tia Couponer. We appreciate that
Thank
as
you.
well.
Thank you, partner,
Appreciate
baby.
And we're just going to do a little sidebar for this one. This isn't really on the topic, but we did talk about Vince McMahon earlier. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
What is our thoughts about the 9 lives of Vince McMahon that they had on Vice? Well, I'll be honest with you, TAQ Hunter, we didn't watch it. We were going to, but I ended up having to work fucking 2 days.
And be honest, Joey, I'm glad I did not watch it.
Yeah, because there was I'm trying to remember who. I think it was Brian Solomon, right? Which he's done a lot of. He has his own podcast as well, and he talks about wrestling. He's a wrestling historian and everything. He even said that he watched it with a few of his friends that were like wrestling that weren't even wrestling fans, right? So that they didn't really know anything about Vince or wrestling, right? They were shocked and appalled by some of the stuff that was on that documentary for that like Vice. But he was just sitting there saying, wrestling fans already know this kind of stuff. Like if you're into wrestling, you would already know what's going on with this documentary. So they didn't really. Apparently, Vice didn't really do too much in depth on this. Apparently, because they didn't really. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if you're not a wrestling fan,
sure,
go ahead and watch it because you might learn more about Vince. But if you're already a wrestling fan, there's no reason to even fucking watch it. To be honest with you,
that's the thing.
They didn't put anything new in the documentary at all.
Yeah, like I was glad I didn't watch it. I'm glad I was doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
Because another reason why, Joey, I'll be honest, another reason why I was glad I didn't watch it had Dave Meltzer in there.
I seen Brian Alvarez. I seen Dave Meltzer.
Here he comes sniveling out of Tony Khan's anus. Here he comes. And then here comes a fucking fat oaf with crooked fucking snitsky teeth coming on there. Remember, you know who I'm talking about.
Wrestling Otaku. Yeah,
that fat cow. You know who I'm talking about. Mr. Shark Teeth. Nick Gage's twin brother. Fat Nick Gage's twin brother.
Say what it was really to me from what I can
be on that show.
I don't know.
What did you run out of footage?
You could.
Hey, bring shark ass.
What it was is all these motherfuckers that was on that show was just raking Vince over the coals. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Here's the because here's what it is. They can't beat the man, so they they said bad things about him, which those people that already know are all wrestling fans knows everything there is to know about Vince.
They talked about the Montreal screw job. Everyone knows that. It's been done.
Everybody knows that motherfucking screw job.
Mm-hmm.
Like talking about the Montreal screw job. That's been done to death already. Everyone knows it. Like it's a work. I knew it was work. To be honest with you, that's my opinion. And everyone already knew almost every fucking thing about Vince McMahon through that fucking whole documentary. All it was people. Some of the people were saying bad things about him. You know, Dave Meltzer. Anytime he has a chance to bury Vince, he'll take it because he's a fucking guy.
Yeah.
Because he has Tony Khan juice up his nose. Ain't that right, Dave Meltzer? Clean your fucking apartment. Stop worrying about fucking being on TV, jelly chin, and fucking clean your apartment.
Here's what it is. They pulled Vince over the coals because they will never be in the position that he's in.
They'll never even get there. I know Tony Khan won't.
All right, let's go with the last question for this edition of 5 questions, okay? This is from Radical Velocity.
Velocity.
And we're not talking about the shitty WWE Velocity either with
That was a good show.
A-Train.
Well, damn, I hope not.
Radical Velocity says, congrats on launching the podcast, my dudes. Thank you, Radical Velocity. We appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Velocity.
The last question we're going to talk about real fast is he does have 2 questions. Do you guys want to knock out the 2 questions, or
Sure.
would you guys?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. His first question is: do you think Brock Lesnar would have been a good fit for TNA in 2004?
You want me
Now,
to be honest?
If you guys remember, he had that match against Goldberg at WrestleMania 20, and he was leaving anyway because he was tired of the wrestling business or tired of traveling with WWE, and he wanted to go do something else. Now, we do know that he would eventually go to train for the Minnesota Vikings, and he got cut, so he didn't really. He wasn't officially on the Vikings, but he did go through the training and stuff. And then we do know that he wrestled in New Japan and stuff, right? He went to New Japan. He won the IWGP Championship and all that stuff. He took on Kurt Angle there too, I believe. And then, eventually he makes his way back to the, into the States, and he's wrestling for UFC and eventually gets back to the WWE. Do you think Brock Lesnar? Do you think he could have been a big a fit for TNA in 2004?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. You want me to be honest? I don't think TNA could have even afforded him.
Could be. Because this is
New Japan could, because they have a whole bunch of more money than what fucking Dixie Carter had.
Well, this is early days of TNA too. This is 2004. This is the early days of TNA. They didn't really have a lot of money.
They still wouldn't have had enough money.
And then also, I mean, granted, I don't think he would have wrestled that much there because of just the way they were operating in 2004. Because I think they only did like a show a month or something like that. They didn't really wrestle that much, right? So I mean, I guess it could have worked out to some degree because Brock didn't want to travel that much. All they had to do is travel to fucking Nashville and go back home to Minnesota for like a month or whatever.
See, that's
but I agree with. Yeah, go ahead, Tommy.
I agree with that. Like he would have no problem wrestling once a month. I bet you he would.
Yeah.
But and go back to Nashville to Minnesota. But here's the thing: I don't think the money would have been there. The money to afford him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also an issue too.
I think Brock would have had no problem working that once a month schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem is not having enough money.
And also, who would he have faced in TNA?
That's Kurt Angle, probably.
Well, Kurt Angle wasn't there in 2004.
No, he wasn't.
No, he didn't get signed until 2006.
06.
06.
Who was their who is that right there? Time was their star? Who was their moneymaker at that time?
So we're gonna have Brock Lesnar versus Jeff Jarrett.
I mean, I don't know who. Monty Brown maybe, but Monty Brown didn't really. Raven. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, some of these matches might be interesting. Jeff Hardy. But
AJ Styles.
Yeah, but I mean, once again, he's way bigger than AJ Styles. He's way bigger than Jeff
but
Hardy.
I'm just saying, who was he going to face?
Like who else?
Like that's what I'm saying. Who was he? Who would be? Who would be the face? Who would be the face that would be the part of the company? Who would he go in there to challenge?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's the rough issue.
That'd be fun too, and I agree with you guys. I believe he would have took it if the money would have been good. If the money ain't good, he didn't take it.
But we doubt that the money was going to be there.
Yeah.
Because WWE paid him a lot of money
in
his early days in the WWE.
I agree.
They still paid him a lot of money.
And they're still paying him a shitload of money.
It goes up from time to time.
Still to this day.
But now, I love that he's a cowboy.
Cowboy. All right. Let's go with Radical Velocity's last question. And this we actually did 6 questions this time. Imagine that. his last question is: do you think Stone Cold made the right decision leaving in 2002? And do you think he would have done well in the Ruthless Aggression era? Now, we should say this. We do know that he didn't like the booking in 2002. He was suffering from his neck. So he decides to leave, right? He just walks out. And once again, I mean, he did have some shitty booking in 2002. I'm sorry, he did. Me and Tommy actually went back and reviewed the 2002 year. It was rough for it was rough for the Texas Rattlesnake. Fucking him versus fucking Big Show and Flair and
Scott Hall,
and yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. The match was okay at WrestleMania, but I mean, it wasn't like a.
But come on,
it wasn't
Austin.
fucking fantastic. Huh? What was that, Tommy?
Come on, Austin versus
Yeah.
Scott Hall.
Yeah. I mean, Rock and Hogan rocked it out for their match. I will say that.
No disrespect to Scott Hall. It's just, come on.
He was really bad in his drugs at that particular time. And we do know that he gets released in 2002.
He's still a great worker. It's just,
and we do know that he got released from the plane ride of from hell in 2002.
And that was like, what was that? That was like during the insurrection.
That was a few months after WrestleMania.
Yeah, wasn't that around the Loop at Insurrection when they were in England?
Yeah. Do you think Stone Cold would have done a lot better in the Ruthless Aggression era?
I'm going to be honest. Austin was the shits during that era.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just Austin.
He did come back in 2003 as the GM of Raw.
Which was good.
Which was cool. We got to see
and he had a match with The Rock at WrestleMania 19.
And he had the match, yeah.
And he had a match with Bischoff at No Way Out.
Mr. McMahon.
But in 2002,
Austin
had some shitty fucking booking.
He did.
Like when he was taking on Jericho at No Way Out for the undisputed title. NWO cost him the title, which I can understand. Okay, I can understand this.
There's a story there, right?
There's a story there. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But you don't put him with Hogan. You put him with Scott Hall.
Chico Razor Ramon.
I like Scott Hall.
Yeah.
But if Austin, if the NWO costed Austin, wouldn't it have been better if he took on the leader of the NWO, not a member of the NWO?
Yeah.
And even or he could have took on Nash, but still, that's another member. No, I thought it would have been, to me, the Rock and Hogan match was good, but I'd rather have seen Austin and Hogan at that time. That's just me, because I'm an Austin fan. So
yeah,
but then he had the match with Scott Hall. It was passable. It was I'll say it wasn't good. It wasn't great. It was passable.
Was it good, great, spectacular?
No. Some people say it was good. Some people say it was great. I say it was passable.
It was passable.
Well, it was.
In the words of Vern Gagne, right?
That was a passable match.
Yeah, it was.
And then after that, I remember. And then then they put him in a number one contenders match where at Backlash it was Austin versus Undertaker. He lost that because Flair cost him. Then Flair turned on him and cost him the match. And then he had an abysmal, I mean fucking abysmal match at Insurrection versus the Big Show. Yeah. And then after that we go to Judgment Day, He has a horrible 2-on-1 handicap match with Flair and Big Show.
Big Show.
And then I think I heard he was going to be in the King of the Ring and he was going to job with Lesnar.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I don't blame myself. I would have took my ball and went fucking home too.
And even Austin said he goes, it didn't have to do with him losing to Brock. He would have done it. He would have done it, but there was no reason to do it.
There was no reason for it. There was no story.
Yeah.
Like he said, he would have had no problem doing jobs. It's just give him a story. They didn't give him a story. They just threw it in as a qualifying match.
Yeah.
And what the fuck? Why? Like, and I would have fucking left too, especially if I tried to explain to Vince, hey, the storylines you're all giving me are the fucking shits here. Either give me a good juicy storyline, or I'm taking my ass back to Victoria, Texas, killing deer
With the bow and arrow.
With the bow and arrow, right? And right in the gizzard, brother.
Right in the gizzard, brother.
I would have done the same thing. I would have left too.
Absolutely. Pops, what do you think about it?
I don't think it would have. I don't think it would have mattered. The integration area. I really don't think it would have mattered for Stone Cold because it wasn't happening at that right there time for him. So I really don't think it would have mattered at all.
Same. And like also, I mean, you gotta realize this too. I mean, he was going through his neck issues and his back issues at the time. So I mean,
and wasn't he going through a divorce at the time with Deborah too?
With Deborah, yeah. So I mean, he was going through a lot at that time. So I mean, for him, and plus, by the way, he looks fantastic here in 2022. Yeah, I mean, like you can't honestly. There's a lot of people that you look at and be like, you can tell somebody's age. If nobody knew,
still looks the same as he does now.
Yeah, Austin still looks the same like he does now. Just a tad bit older. You can tell he's still just a tad bit older. But other than that, you can't tell. Like honestly, if you look at him, you're like, I don't know. He might be in his late 30s, early 40s.
Hell, you know what? I'll even say, even though I'm not a fan, I'll even say the same thing with The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say this right here. I wish I looked as good as Stone Cold on the fucking Rock.
Absolutely. But let's go ahead and that's it for this edition of 5 Questions. Now let's get into the last portion of this podcast, which is we're going to talk about Christmas for a few minutes here. We know that Christmas is a few days away. And hopefully you guys are looking forward to Christmas. I know that we are. Love getting to spend time with Pops and Tommy and my son Caden.
I can't wait to see him.
Yeah, it's gonna be good to see him. Because being a divorced dad, you only get so much time with your children. So because you got to have some kind of equalish time with his mom and stuff. So it's always good to get to see my son. So let's go ahead and just talk real fast about what Christmas kind of means to you and what are some of your favorite memories or presents that you got over Christmas? I can go first, or if one of you guys want to go first.
Go ahead. Go first.
Okay. Christmas means to me a lot more about just dealing with family and being with the people that you care about and love and everything. And it's not always about presents, right? But I mean, especially when you're a kid, when you're a kid, presents mean a lot, because you're a kid, you're young, and it's cool that Santa's bringing these presents out to you, and for you being good or whatever. So it's always nice to be able to get that and be there and get that. But as time goes on, I feel like more giving than receiving, you know, and I guess that goes with a lot of people, you know. And you know, I don't know, you know, some of my favorite Christmas memories are more just, you know, being with family. When mom was alive, being able to
Hey,
be
hey,
with
Joey,
mom. Yeah,
Joey, can you bring your can you bring it up full math for a minute for me, please, just for a few minutes?
absolutely. Go ahead.
I'm talking about for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You good? You're good. But when it comes to, you know, Christmas and stuff like that, I always just enjoyed to be able to spend time with my family and get to spend time with Caden and just being there with him. But you know, presents aren't everything. But when it comes to, you know, favorite memories, definitely being with our mom. You know, our mom died in 2008 from a massive heart attack, and she had a lot of other things wrong with her as well. Um, and you know, it gets you know, and my mom never got to see my son being born or anything, and you know that gets rough sometimes. And with you know, with Christmas memories, also being there with my grandmother who died in 2006 as well. Um, and you know, it means a lot to me to be able to spend time with the people that you care about or the people that you love. But I guess Pops is back now.
Oh yeah, I had, you know, personal stuff I had to attend to.
Yeah, it's cool. Who wants to go next?
Uh, I tell you what, I will. Now, when I was a boy, we, you know, we'd have a Christmas with my mom and dad and my two brothers and my sisters. We'd hang our stockings up, you know, like you know normal kids would and everything like that right there, you know. We didn't get much candy back in that day. We probably got the apple, orange and stuff like that right there, you know, and one big long piece uh, of a peppermint stick. Uh, but you know, you know, back in that right there day, it was what it was. Uh, Money was short, you know, and they did the best they could. We cherish those days, and you know, then you know, we'd get our stuff Christmas morning, you know, Santa brought it, you know, and the whole, you know, 9 yards, you know, and we that later on, you know, we'd settle down, you know, for dinner, you know, have our dinner, and after our dinner, you know, we got our dessert. We could have our peppermint stick. Uh, but the thing is, you know, I grew up, you know, and everything like that right there. I got married to Marcia, the boys' mother, and our Joyce's times with them, you know, is what excited that they were, you know, when Christmas rolled around, you know, getting presents and everything like that right there. That was a big thrill for them, and it delighted their mother and me, you know, just to see the looks on their faces of what they got, and that to me is a memory, both memories that I'll never forget.
Tommy, you're up.
You know, Christmas is a very good time of the year. You know, even though the weather sucks,
Agreed.
uh,
Agreed,
it's
agreed.
cold, but it's always good to spend time with the people you care about, family, friends, what have you. And you know, it's always nice to spend time, like you said, Joe, when we with our mom and our grandma and stuff. And you always reminisce about those times. and spending times with Pops and Caden and even though he's annoying sometimes, he does get on my nerves a lot.
Especially when it's to play games. Let's play games.
Want to play?
Want to play? And but I remember all the times. I remember one time. I remember when we were living in Indiana at the time, and I was in a different school than Joey because we went to different schools. And
Yeah.
and you were able to you had like a trip, and you were able to go see the movie Flubber with Robin Williams at the time.
I do remember that. Yes.
And I got all sad and everything, and so you went. Mom took you to see Flubber,
Yeah, Mom took me to see Flubber. Yeah.
and me and Dad took me. We went to Larison's, which was a diner in Indiana, which was a good diner actually. Had good
Yeah, it
burgers.
was.
Had
Yeah, it
good
was.
They made homemade burgers,
Milkshake.
homemade fries, homemade milkshakes. Everything was like homemade there. And me and Pops, he took me to Larison's, and also we went to the store and he bought me a couple of wrestling figures. And Joe goes, "Where's my wrestling figures?"
We were kids.
And and, and Mom goes, "Well, remember you went to see Flubber." So yeah, and so
Never
yeah,
that disappointment.
which what Joe, he was still
It
pissed off.
was, it was an okay movie. It was
You were
okay.
still upset about it because I got figures and you didn't.
Yeah. By the
and
way, these
then-
were Hasbro figures. By the way, I should say.
Yeah, yeah.
We should mention these. Yes,
Yeah,
these are Hasbro.
I got 2 Hasbro figures. Yeah. Now, I
Yeah.
remember one day when we were little kids, me and Joe got in a fight. I broke his Hasbro Marty Jannetty. He broke my $1 million man Ted DiBiase.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
And I remember that day I had to whoop you both, set you on the couch, tell you to move, and then later on that day, me and her mother had to go buy the same ones that they broke.
And then but now you want to go to our favorite. Joe, do you want to tell us your favorite Christmas gifts?
Favorite Christmas gifts.
Yeah, do you want to bring that up?
Sure.
All
Who
Like
wants to
your
go first?
favorite Christmas gifts.
Who wants to go first?
You go first.
I'll
Okay.
go first. I'm already.
Oh, you
here.
go first.
I'll go.
Whoever goes first, I just know it ain't gonna be me.
All right, go ahead,
I'll
Tommy.
go ahead and go first. I had 2.
Go ahead.
One was when we were little, when we got the old WCW Bullseye ring.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
That was one. And probably the second one was when we got the talking Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior.
I remember those. Yes.
And I got the Hulk Hogan because I was a big Hulk Hogan fan. And then my third, I have one more, was when I had the Hulk Hogan get up. I had the Hulk Hogan band, the Hulk Hogan bandana, the Hulk Hogan rip shirt,
The boots.
the boots. I had even the yellow tights.
The
And
yellow
the red
stain.
band and the red knee pads. Had everything Hogan. It was a Hulk Hogan dress up set.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's probably my third favorite.
I guess I'll go next.
Go ahead.
Actually, to be honest with you, one of my early memories is, and by the way, we actually have pictures of this. By the way, if you guys
Yeah.
want to, if
We
you
might
guys want us
post
to,
those.
yeah, what we'll do for Christmas is we'll actually post those on our Instagram and on our Facebook. If you guys want to see those photos, there is a photo of me and Tommy holding the WCW ring that we got for Christmas one year. I think that was 95, maybe.
94, 95.
Yeah, it was 94 or 95. It was one of the 2 years, but
But just to say this right here, me and her mother was we I didn't look the way I look now. Me and her mother was both young, and their mother was beautiful, and I was handsome.
You're too hard on yourself, old man, nowadays. But
Go ahead.
we will post that photo for Christmas for you guys to see. You'll see me, you'll see Tommy. I think I'm 5 maybe, and Tommy's 6. When that picture was taken. So we will post that on our we'll even post it on Twitter too. So
Yeah.
people that want to go look at that, you can follow us on Twitter, or you can follow me and Tommy on Instagram. You guys can also follow us on Facebook. But that's also one that stands out to mind because me and Tommy were big WCW fans when we were kids, and mom and dad got us the ring, and we had Vader and like Sting and the Macho Man and Lex Luger, Ric Flair, Lex Luger, the Nasty Boys. I even had an Alex Wright figure. So that's
Johnny B. Bad.
Johnny B. Bad. We got a lot of those.
Sergeant Greg Pittman.
That's right, Sergeant Greg Pittman, baby. We got a lot of those figures.
Booker T and Stevie Ray.
Yeah, we got Harlem Heat. I think the only one we didn't really get was like the Blue Bloods.
Sullivan.
Yeah, and the Blue Bloods. Those were we never got the Blue Bloods for some reason. Maybe they were never out in stock, but nonetheless, that's one that stands out in my mind, as well as which I've already mentioned in the 5 questions before, but briefly the N64 that we got for Christmas.
Yeah.
When we first moved to Elizabethtown back in 1999. We got a N64 in 1999. Yes, I know the N64 came out in like 96, but money is money, and it's hard to come by. Even nowadays, it's hard to come by with money. But I remember we got a N64. We got 2 games: WCW versus NWO Revenge and WCW Nitro. And hate Nitro. I still hate that motherfucker to this day. But
remember that time, Joe? Me and you, and we were playing the hell out of WCW NWO Revenge.
Yeah.
And Pops goes, "I've never seen that Nitro in that cartridge there."
Yeah.
And he got in there. Yeah, I go, "Pops, you want to play?" He goes, "Yeah, let me try that out there." And we put it in. He plays it. He goes, "Yeah, I see why you don't play this game."
Yeah, I don't see why you play it. This game sucks. But that one stands out. That one stands out in my mind. We don't have no picture of that, unfortunately, but
No.
that one stands out in my mind as well. Pops, what is your favorite gifts that you got over Christmas before?
Memories, go to, but I think it was Christmas that you got me the 360 with some games to it.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 63. And I've had a lot of things happen to me in my life, some good, some bad. But that was one of my Christmases that I really loved, because I got the 360, got a bunch of games with it, and from there on, then I think that right here was the first tackle of playing games on a system. Well, not really. I had a game. Let's see. I remember what it was. It was one where I had Fester. I thought I told you about that there, didn't I, Joey? That Fester game.
Well, we should mention that with the 360. This is back when the 360 was actually hot. This is when it came out.
The 360 was hot back then.
Yeah, when it first came out. I think it was. Yeah. I think I got it for you either. I think I got it for you at the 2006 Christmas, I believe is when I got that for you.
Yeah, the games, they had great games in it, war games, and I'm a big fan of war games, and I just went to town on that game. On that system, I just ruled it. And that right there is really what started the whole basis of me playing video games to this day.
Well, more modern stuff. I mean, you did
Yeah,
play.
well, more modern stuff now, but anyway.
I mean, you played a little bit on the N64 and stuff, but
yeah.
But they didn't have the games like they do now.
No, you know, yeah, no, I didn't have the games like they do now. You know, it was now it's a whole new different concept of everything online now and everything. It's just wild.
Is there any one from your childhood that you remember?
Well, you see, here's the story. You know, like I said, you know, money, you know, it didn't come easy back when I was a kid. But I can remember the one Christmas that I got a cap gun and a holster. I've told you boys the story about the plastic knife, and at that right there time, you know, little kids, you know, that's all I had with my imagination, and I got to tell you, both my imagination went wild. So I used every bit of that imagination to the full extent that I could use it, and it was just my imagination. And I'm going to tell you, as a kid, using your imagination is the most amazing thing.
And I used it, right?
Huh?
Then you had Gunsmoke too, right?
Then I had Gunsmoke to watch, and I played. I reversed myself in a role of a you know, my dad's a full-blooded Cherokee. I don't know if you people know that, but he was. And I played myself as a Indian sheriff in my role as my imagination. I mean, at that right there time, I let my hair grow up. Well, back in that day, our mom cut our hair, and sometimes it would grow long before she could get to it. So it suited my purpose just great for the little cowboy hat to fit on my head with my hair long. So, like I said, all I had was my imagination. I was out arresting the bad guys, bringing them in. You know, I had my horse. You know, riding my horse and stuff like that right there. But you know, people made a today, you know, stuff like that. But back in my day, that's all you had, because we didn't have the games and stuff like that right there that you have to this day. The imagination is all we had to work with. But that's another one that stands out.
All right. Anything else you want to add to it there, Jay? It seems like you want to say something.
There's one more thing.
Okay,
I forgot one more good Christmas gift we got.
Okay.
It was when we got the Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis as well, yeah.
And man, we got Royal Rumble, and we had Raw,
Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic Pinball. We even had the Incredible Hulk.
That's a great game, by the way.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. And remember, we had the Justice League too.
Virtual Bart.
Virtual Bart. I love Virtual Bart.
That's actually a fun game too.
Yeah. And yeah, I remember that one too. That was a good one too when we got a Sega Genesis and all those games.
But anything else you guys want to add about Christmas?
No, just
no. That'll do it for me.
All right. Well, guys, that is the end of the WR podcast for this week. We hope that you guys enjoyed it. Also, we will leave a link in the description box below if you guys want to either listen to it through Anchor or Spotify. You guys can do it through there. It's audio only, but I know how some people would rather just listen to audio than watch the video. The full video podcast will be on our YouTube channel, which will also be in the link down below as well. either way. Like if I put it on Anchor or if I put it on YouTube. But also, make sure you guys go subscribe to all those people that we mentioned in this video. All their links will be in the description box below. You'll see their name. You'll see the link. Hit those links. Go to their channel. Support them. They're good friends of ours. Go support them, please. Also, make sure that you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter at WrestleRampage. Also, we will post those some of those photos from Christmas on our social medias, so go check those out during Christmas time. And guys, also make sure that you guys follow me and Tommy on Instagram. And Pops, you got something to say?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Please. Let's get us to 3,000. All right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The giveaway is very important to us. It should be important to you because it's the biggest giveaway we've ever gave away.
Absolutely. So hit that subscribe
Get
button,
us
please.
to 3,000.
3,000 subscribers, and we will be giving away 3 different prizes. They're right here. They're ready.
There will be 3 different winners.
Absolutely, with 3 different prizes. So, guys,
and you will get your prize.
Absolutely. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button. We're not asking you to pay for anything. We're not asking you to do anything else, but hit that subscribe button. That's all you have to do. And enter, but that's your comments. So I mean, it's nothing. Yeah. It's very simple to do, guys. Very simple. And guys, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys on the next WR podcast.